Today has to be the most disappointing, depressing day in my entire life. You know, uh, I had a conversation with two individuals today. One with my mother. One of the other conversations went well. The other one, my mother went very, 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 very dark into a way where I don't even understand. I literally was conversating with her about the situation that happened. She's very worried about me. As such, it's my mother. She was scared, crying. Like, worried. She told me that, I'm antagonizing the cops. I'm insinuating for the cops to do something to me. That me going on social media is encouraging them to do something to me. That I shouldn't have to post things on social media. I should go find this lawyer, this civil rights lawyer, to assist with the case. Like, I don't think she understands, man. I don't think any of you guys understand. Like, I've looked for a lot of civil rights lawyers. I've called them. They're busy. They won't take the case. I make too much money. I'm still looking for them. I just feel like, from my own mother, man, to ask these type of questions to me and to state these type of things is what I'm talking about, man. About all of these things that happen in the world today. I feel like this is all blasphemy. The things I'm gonna continue to say within this video will honestly hurt, hopefully, majority of the black population. And I don't mind putting this video out here because, this will be my last video. I will delete every Instagram, Facebook, because it's all a joke, man. Everything's a joke. All these situations are on the television. Nobody does anything about it. Nobody says anything about it. Nobody truly cares about it. I felt like, for some reason today, I had to call my mother. I haven't talked to her since February, from falling out we had. And for most individuals that know me, they know me and my mother are not really on always great terms when it comes to communication. But I want her to know something. I love my mother, man. I always have. I always will. If God was to come back today and was like, hey, we need you up there, I would just grant one wish. And that wish is for her to be fully holy and to have a gate, have a cloud somewhere in heaven with us. That woman's been through so much pain, so much hurt, her entire life. See, the reason why I am who I am is because my grandmother was born in 1918. She was part of all that movement back then. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. I'm also been a patriot, a very strong patriot. My grandpa was in the military. He served in the Marines and he died in the Marines. I personally tried to apply multiple times for the military. Like, the things I'm about to say, man, is like literally the most heartbreaking things I've had a person tell me over the phone before. And I think it needs to be said. I think everybody needs to hear this because it's all gonna be the truth. So, more or less, the conversation was about, you know, what happened. Like, why would they just do that? Why would they just take you to jail because of, you know, they just took you to jail because you were in a carpool lane? I'm like, yeah, they were pulling over everybody. All I did was ask for a different officer. It's that simple. I could tell in this guy's eyes that he was up to no good. And then truth be told, he wasn't, because he was the only officer on the scene with his gun out. So that tells you that right there, that he can't control his mind. He's acting 5150. She begins to keep asking me questions and questions about, why would he be doing this, and that? I keep explaining to her everything. I tell her this, I say, you know, I won't go back to jail for nothing I didn't do. I'm tired of it, man. I've been caught and released 3 times my entire life. Like literally, like taken to jail, dismissed the next day. I've had it. And the reason why I've had it is because everyone doesn't understand what the psychological thing they do to you while you're in jail. Most individuals haven't been in jail. It's very, very humiliating. They take away your manhood in front of you. If you really are a man, and real men will understand what I mean by this, it's like they're taking your soul away from you. They ask you things, you know, like undress all the way, turn around, open your cheeks, cough 3 times. Yeah, man, I'm sorry, man, I gotta do this, man, but just do it for me, man. They put you in these garments where you all look alike. They go to take you to medical. They ask you crazy questions. They had us with bread, a little bit of bologna, some carrots, and a carton of milk. Grown ass men. I don't eat meat. I don't eat none of that junk. So I was gonna be that one that just died in there. It's that simple. That's why I'm not going back to jail. Period. Another reason why is because it's not rehab. But I can tell you this, when you go to rehab, you're supposed to come back okay, healed, or a little bit more positive thinking and focus. Well, let me explain something to you and why I won't go back to jail. Like I said, to take away your manhood, I had to stand behind a yellow line to ask for permission to go use the restroom in an open environment, in an open room where all the officers could see us. But I still had to ask for permission, like a child. The psychological effects that it has on an individual, especially with a strong mind, and especially with a person that's actually dealt with the things I've dealt with since I was 6 years old, only puts hate into my thought process. I have a young family member that is now aspiring to be an officer who has mentioned to me, and my other fellow friends mentioned to me, that they have quotas. We've seen on television and on news reports that officers have been, in trouble for using their quota as an advantage, meaning that they might have to get a lot of black guys this month or a lot of Mexican individuals this month. That's just part of the quota. And here's the thing about quota. I'm a sales rep, man. Very good at it. And I understand transactions very well. And how the officers come to the door is all the sales transaction. For them to be at that bridge during, excuse me, peak hours, just signaling out people to pull over, it's a sales transaction. Simple as that. So, where I work, if I perform a sales transaction, I try to perform the best customer service I possibly can for that customer. Because I don't want any backlash, I don't want any heat, I don't want any issues. That's why I do it. In this situation, they don't care about customer service. They care about the law. They care about enforcing it. They care about you complying. That's it. So, where's our voice? We don't have a voice? So that's my next topic. She says that I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing. My grandmother would be ashamed. My dad died as well, ashamed. My stepdad died, dead, ashamed. So Janie Marie Cox, my grandmother, Daryl Peel, ashamed. My dad, Charles Edward Woodard, ashamed. Then I guess I believe Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Trayvon Martin, the lady I just stabbed the other day at the BART, here 7 minutes away from my house. I guess they'll be ashamed too. I guess they'll be ashamed, man. She told me that I'm not those people back then. It's always been happening. It's been happening since 1950 something. Always been racism. It was racism when Obama was in office. It was deaths when Obama was in office. I'm not them, Marissas. I'm not gonna go out there and protest in the streets and get locked up. I've been alive 52 years and never been in handcuffs or put in jail. I don't got no record. I don't have no mugshot. I ain't going out there to protest about this. I'll do it in my own way. My own flesh and blood mother. The only one. I'm the only kid out of all the kids that was born that my dad created. I'm the only kid, even with my sister, I'm the only kid that is baptized underneath marriage. My own flesh and blood mother, blood for blood, told me that she won't sell out to that aspect. She won't do that. She won't be out here in the streets for this. Told me that I'm antagonizing the cops by mentioning their names and stuff. That I'm putting a target on my back. Well, here's the thing, mother. Listen to this. You see this tattoo? I don't know the origination of this tattoo, but it says, born to be hated, died to be loved. Do you see this right here? X on my chest? I got it when I was 18 years old. I've always been a target out here. Do you know who put the first cops in my life? You did. This is what I meant in the past about standing up for something, or you'll be dying cowardly. My own mother, man, won't stand with me. She won't stand with me, bro. My own mother. She won't stand for me. Do you know how it makes me feel to know that my mother said those words to me today? I told her that, we had pastors at the White House. They didn't even speak for us. They couldn't speak. I said, so how will we get our message out? She had no answer, no rebuttal. That's why I said we had to do what we had to do on social media. That's why I said share the video if you cared. But they only care at their own expense. She told me that she couldn't make any videos because, her job would, do something to her. But I was like, well, wouldn't it do something if you shared the video? No, Rich, I shared it. Okay. So that means if you made a video, it's not about the company. It's about what's going on. It's freedom of speech. This is literally the saddest day in my entire life. In the close of a whole month, I've had 2 individuals say the things that she said to me over this phone. Careless thought process, man. Just lack of being human. Just care about your own life. I couldn't believe that. I was like, all those individuals died for us, man. They died the same way that Jesus did. They were mocked, they were spit on, stuff was thrown at them, and they were all crucified for a cause. Every last one of them. I don't know what's gonna happen in the future. All I know is that I'm personally not going back to jail for anything that I didn't do. I care about people, man. I always have. But there's a part of me that hates, and I mean hates, people who don't care about other people. My grandma told me years ago, man, that if someone's in need, you help them, no matter what. I do that. I feel like the things I was speaking to a mother about, she just was so oblivious to. Is so afraid of losing things that she would let me stand out here alone. this is not really a surprise to me. I've dealt with this for 30 years of my life. I'm comfortable with it. One thing I know is this. This will be the end of this video, these posts. You guys can go back to your everyday life. I have you. I will do what I need to do as necessary to continue to be a strength for our people without wasting my energy over social media or providing my thoughts to platforms that are filled maybe 70 to 80% of fake people or cowardly individuals. You know, she also said, just like my former best friend said, you always talk about death, man. You always talk about death. I'm not trying to die. You think you want me to go out in the streets and protest so I get killed? I never once stated that in my video. Never once did I believe or even think that I would even want you to do that. First of all, I know the ones who are going to be able to just give it all up and sacrifice everything. Their families, their friends, their jobs, their everything for a cause. And this goes out to those individuals who think that I purposely wanted them to go out there and just do some crazy shit. You guys ain't about that life. And to be fair, that's why I said on the video to share if you care. Because sharing a video is easily, you just push the button. Easy. You ain't about change, no movement, no nothing. These individuals that were in my lives, and the people that are of the world, they're not really about that, man. They would rather sit back and wait for some bad shit to go down, to be like, damn, it's too late. So while everybody's out here living their best lives and all that, just know that there's some real shit going on. And if you're not saying anything about it, man, you're part of the problem. And this goes to all my friends. This goes to all my family members. This goes to everyone. You're part of the problem. You know what's happening right now. You see what's happening right now. This is our nation now. My mother, former nation, former leaders, our adults, our parents, they've tapped out. It's official. They ain't trying to do nothing no more for us. So who's gonna save this bitch?